Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. Today we're doing another LEGO retrospective, this time looking at the original Spider-Man sets based on the first movie. So these sets are split into two waves. The first wave came out in 2002 and was under the LEGO Studios theme, and the second wave in 2003 was under just a simple LEGO Spider-Man theme. Not only were these the first Spider-Man sets ever made, they were also the first Marvel sets ever made. And as someone who grew up with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, I absolutely love these sets, so let's take a closer look. The first set is simply called Green Goblin. So the build for this set is Green Goblin's glider and some other miscellaneous pieces like torches. And I have to say the glider is incredibly impressive. It looks really accurate to the movies, and LEGO did a great job, especially in 2002. The minifigures that are included are of course Green Goblin, and he comes with a brand new mask mold, which looks incredible. The printing of this minifigure is great. Now later on in 2003, we do get an updated mask which has printing on it, which looks even better. But for 2002, this is an amazing minifigure. And underneath the mask, we do get a Norman Osborn face print. Now, this isn't the most accurate to Willem Dafoe, but I still think it's a really nice print. And this, in my opinion, is the best minifigure of the wave. And then the later on 2003, which has the printing, is also the best minifigure of that wave. And up next, we have our first Mary Jane minifigure. And the minifigure is quite nice. The face print is pretty good, and the torso print is okay. However, this version is 100 times better than what is included in the 2003 sets, because that minifigure is horrifying. This set contained 58 pieces and originally retailed for £4.99 or $7. And to buy this set currently new, it's going to cost you about $140 or £108. The next set we have to look at is Spider-Man Action Studio. Because this is a LEGO Studio set, it's not like traditional sets we see nowadays where it's just based on a scene and it recreates it. You are actually kind of like the director of this set. So it comes with lights and cameras. So it's like you're making your own Spider-Man movie, which is a pretty fun idea and concept behind sets. Now, this is the last of the sets like this. The next wave in 2003 is more like traditional sets we see nowadays. So the set is comprised of a bank build where you can have a robber robbing it and then Spider-Man swinging in to save the day. It also comes with a police car and a police officer, and then some lights and cameras, as well as a director minifigure, so you can be making your own Spider-Man film. Taking a look at the minifigures themselves, we get Spider-Man, and this is our first ever Spider-Man ever made. And this is another great minifigure. I think behind Green Goblin, this is by far and away the best minifigure they made from the waves. It has amazing printing. It even has like small little leg printing on the belt piece. So the webbing looks great. It is an amazing minifigure. Our next minifigure is Peter Parker, and this is another great minifigure. This is based on the Tobey Maguire version, and I love the face print with the glasses. The torso piece is really nice. Another really nice minifigure. Next up, we have a police officer who also has really nice printing. It has that early 2000s Lego printing nostalgia to it, so another cool minifigure. And then we get a robber minifigure who just screams of early 2000s-ness because the printing on it is crazy. But again, the printing is also really nice. And finally, we get the director minifigure, which is another great figure. It has great printing. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't look to be based on Sam Raimi, who directed the film, but regardless, it's still like a cool minifigure to get. This set contained 248 pieces and retail for £24.99 or $30. To get this set currently new, it's going to cost you about $131, so it's cheaper than the Green Goblin set, which is interesting. The next series of sets come from the 2003 wave, and they have a much more traditional approach, and they lose the LEGO Studios logo, and now it's just under LEGO Spider-Man. Our first set is Spider-Man's First Chase, which is kind of a crazy set from the film because obviously this is based on the scene where Peter is hunting down Uncle Ben's killer. So it's kind of wild that they turned Spider-Man's biggest trauma into a fun little Lego set. Builds for this set are really nice. We get a really good looking police car, the criminal's car, a nice little gate, and also a lamppost for Spider-Man to swing on. And in the corner there, we actually see it does come with a little cat piece, which is a fun extra addition. Minifigures included are Spider-Man in his first costume or his wrestling outfit, and I love this minifigure. The face print is great, and the torso print is amazing. It's really fun to have this minifigure in Lego form. The set also contains what is called a criminal, which obviously in the movie's context is Uncle Ben's murderer, but for the Lego set is probably supposed to be a fun little criminal for Spider-Man to chase. And it also comes with a police officer. So two nice minifigures with nice printing. The set contained 191 pieces and retailed for £17.99 or $20. So the price per pot ratio is really good in this set, and it's a great little set. To get this set currently new or sealed, it's going to cost about $300 or £223, which is another massive increase. However, because this set's from 2002, this is to be expected, and you can get these cheaper if you don't mind getting them secondhand. The next set we have is called the Origins. Now, this was the only set that I had as a kid, so I have a lot of nostalgia for this set, and I love it. Now, what's cool about this set is that it's based on both Peter Parker's and Norman Osborn's origins into their respective characters, so it's a really fun idea for a set, and the builds basically included are the Osborn lab where Norman takes his serum to become Green Goblin, as well as the scene where Peter Parker gets bit from the spider. And looking at the builds further, on the left-hand side, we can see Peter Parker's origin, and we get a fun little build where they have all the spiders in cases, and then from the ceiling, you can attach a spider which bites Peter Parker. It also, you can recreate the scene where Peter takes pictures of Mary Jane and all that fun stuff. And on the right side, we get the Goblin Transformation Chamber, which has a fun little feature where on one side you put Norman Osborn, you twist it around, and then out pops Green Goblin. Minifigures included are Spider-Man, who is the same one from the first wave, and not much to say. It's an amazing minifigure, and I love the webbing and printing. And up next, we have Green Goblin, who's by far my favorite minifigure from this wave and the Spider Man 1 sets in general. Now, this is the updated version, which has mass printing, and it elevates the figure so much. If this was released today, it would still probably be one of the best minifigures of the wave. The printing is great on the torso and on the legs, and the mass printing just takes it to a whole new level. Up next, we have a new Peter Parker who has the same face print as last time, but comes with a new torso print. Another nice little minifigure. Up next, you need to prepare yourself because we're coming to the Mary Jane minifigure that I warned you about. Now, this figure is terrifying. Yeah, here it is. This might be the worst face print that I've ever seen for a minifigure. If I was Kirsten Dunst and this was what they showed me, I would never let them use my likeness again because this is insulting. So the torso printing is okay, but the face print is so off. It is crazy. Up next, we get kind of another cursed minifigure, and it is shirtless Norman Osborn or shirtless Willem Dafoe. Now, I do quite like this minifigure. I think the face printing is actually really nice. It's not accurate to the movies, and the hairpiece is a bit weird, but it kind of works for Norman Osborn. And the final minifigure is a random scientist who helps Norman transform into the Green Goblin. This set contained 218 pieces and retailed for £24.99 or $30. Now, this is a really nice set, in my opinion. You get pretty much all the main characters of Spider Man and Green Goblin and Mary Jane, as well as Norman Osborn and Peter Parker. So, a really good little set. To buy this set now, it's going to cost you around about $415 or £320. We are now moving on to our final set of the Spider Man 1 wave, and that is Spider Man versus the Green Goblin, the final showdown. And this set is based on, you guessed it, the final showdown or confrontation between Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. From the scene where Goblin kidnaps the children in the cable car, as well as Mary Jane, and then makes Spider-Man choose who to save. This is a really cool looking set. It definitely looks like it's more displayable. The other sets seem to be more focused on playability, whereas the adult in me looking at this is like, that would look cool on the shelf. The main build of the set is this massive bridge, which looks really great, especially for 2002. We also get a really cool cable car and a taxi. And for minifigures, we get Spider-Man, who's the same in the other sets, as well as Green Goblin, who is the same. And unfortunately, we also get another Mary Jane who uses that awful face print, but at least this one has a different torso print, and I'm glad that LEGO tried to match it to the scenes in the film, so that's a really nice touch, but yeah, still rough. And a random civilian figure who can drive the taxi. The set contained 360 pieces and retailed for £44.99 or $50. So the price per pot ratio isn't the best. However, this does contain some massive road pieces to make the bridge. And I think this is actually quite an impressive display and pretty large. So I think it's a really good price for what you get. To get this set, currently it's going to cost you about $330 or £225. And that is it for the Spider-Man 1 sets. Overall, a really impressive wave, especially for 2002 and 3. There's some really cool looking builds and some great minifigures. The standouts for me are Green Goblin and Spider-Man for minifigures. And my favorite sets are Spider-Man's First Chase and the Origins. However, tell me which is your favorite set and which is your favorite minifigure. Now, they did do away for Spider-Man 2, which I'm probably going to cover later, but that'll do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you all have a wonderful week. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.